All right. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even, brightly shone the moonlight.
Hey, all of my friends from Leadership Boot Camp, there in Lethbridge, and all of you from the surrounding area. Happy Monday. Now, there's all kinds of new videos in the portal, so check them out. But I want to kind of go on a little tangent today, as I've known to do, about a song. You see, it's the holiday season, right? And no matter what tradition you may have during this time of the year, I think this is germane to all of us. So like many of you, I have kids. And I have a 12-year-old, and I have a 11-year-old, and I have an 8-year-old, or 10-year-old, and an 8-year-old. And my 10-year-old is in the school band. And as you know, this is the time of season, that or school year, that there's going to be some kind of band performance around the holiday season. And so for the last few weeks, my daughter Nadia has been practicing her saxophone. You know what I'm talking about. Practicing her saxophone. This is the first time she's ever played an instrument, and certainly the first time she's ever held a saxophone. And actually, surprisingly, she's doing very well. Well, the other night she was practicing in the final preparation for the big band concert at the school. And she was going through her songs. And one of the songs that she was practicing was Good King Wenceslas. La 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 la. Now her version was ha ha he ha he ha yeah. Right? But you know what I'm talking about. And it got caught in my head. And I literally was singing the song. So then I went to the, Google, YouTube, whatever, and said, I'd like to hear that song, like really hear the song. And I listened, and it was great. I think I listened to some choir, and then I listened to Bing Crosby, and I probably listened to the song 10 times. And then all of a sudden I started listening to the words of the song. The words. The words of the song. The song's about a king, Good King Wenceslas. And you know what? There actually was a good King Wenceslas. And how on the Feast of Stephen, which if you don't know what that is, that was the day after Christmas, he was standing, I would assume, in his castle, and he looked out across the meadow, and there was snow, cold and thick and even, I think, or crisp and even, or something like that. And he sees this guy out gathering firewood. And it's a really harsh cold, and this guy is out. So he says to his page, hey page, come here. Who is that guy? Now the funny thing is the page knew who he was. And the page says, oh, I know that guy. He lives far, far yonder way. He lives by the base of the mountain, near St. Agnes Fountain. And the king immediately says, from the reaction of the page, who is indicating that he's a good man, this guy's a good man, but of humble means. The king does something very special. He says, bring me food and bring me wine and bring me logs of pine hither. Hither, I like that. Because you and I, Paige, are going to take it to him, and we're going to see him dine this evening. As we take all that hither, whatever. And I thought to myself, wow, like the first random act of kindness. This guy sees somebody in humble means, hurting, challenged, out in the bitter cold, gathering firewood, fuel, for his home, and looks around his situation and says, my situation's pretty good. I think I'm gonna do something for that guy. You tell me he's a good guy. I've got some wood, I got some food. Let's take it to him. So off they go into the evening. Now there's only one challenge. As they go off, it gets worse. The weather gets worse. To the point where the page says, I can't go any further. I'm done. I know we want to do this good thing, but I'm going to die. We have to turn around and go back. And the king says, oh, no. You just step where I've stepped. and we'll make it. And then there's a final refrain of the song where they talk about those who give, those who have and give, they'll find their reward later in life or in the life to come. Ian, where are you going with this? Well, it struck me, and this has really profoundly touched me, and I'd like to share it with you. That one, he wanted to do something good. He wanted to randomly help another person. He had something to offer. He saw someone who might need it, so he offered it. That's called leadership. Good King Wenceslas was a leader. He saw a problem. He realized he had the wherewithal to take care of that problem, and so he set to taking care of it. Second lesson, that when you go try to do good things, it ain't easy. It's not easy at all, in fact. It's difficult and challenging. He, the monarch and the page, as the song says, the monarch and the page set out to do good, but then they found it quite difficult. How many times have we tried to fix a problem, but it was quite difficult, so we backed up? Or we tried to fix something in our community, and we found that it wasn't going to change very easily. Fact is, it was quite reluctant to change. And so we backed up. Or within our own home, and so we backed up. It isn't easy to change a world that's reluctant to change. But the monarch, the leader, said, hold on, you can make this. Just step where I've stepped. Role modeling in times of challenge, role modeling in times of crisis, role modeling in times of difficulty is what's necessary if we're going to be effective at making things change. And sometimes leadership is just about perseverance and not quitting and not giving in. And then finally, the lesson I took was that, could I help someone today? Who did I know that was hurting? Who did I know was challenged? Who did I know was going through a difficulty? And could I be King Wenceslas? Maybe it's a kind gesture. Maybe it's a supportive word. Maybe it is food and timber, pine, logs of pine. Maybe it's that. Or maybe it's sitting down with an employee. Or maybe it's sitting down with a partner. Or maybe it's just having a conversation with a loved one whose relationship with you has been fractured. How could you be King Wenceslas today? Now, goofy, trite. I even asked Gina, I said, Gina, my wife, I think I'm gonna talk to the people in Lethbridge about this. What do you think? And she kind of gave me that look like, I don't know. But it's on my heart. Maybe we need some more King Wenceslas. People willing to go through difficulty to help lighten the burden of their fellow man. In our workplace, in our neighborhoods, in our communities. Or maybe in your house. We'll get back on track in the next couple of days. There's all kinds of videos posted in the web portal, so check those out. And I'll check in with you in a day or so. Take care, everybody.